Okay, thank you very much for joining us in this live session of our coverage of the markets. Thank you very much for joining us. And we will just quickly begin with GME. Okay, so GameStop is down 5.66% at $46.66, and here we have $46.50. 4.8 million shares traded so far. There'll be very much that would have changed since the last time. So it appears to be correcting within a longer term bullish trend, although its MACD is presently below the signal line. Shares remain 142.3% above an upward sloping 200-day moving average. So this is the MACD. It's clearly below the signal line. You can see that it's actually in the negative at the moment. So we just quickly have a look at AMC. AMC is also down as well, down 4.45%. Currently trading below all of its trend lines, including the volume weighted average price. Okay, let's uncheck this post and pre-market boxes, even though it doesn't make any difference. MCS is down it's down 4.25%. Market cap of 1.9 billion. Okay, it appears to be correcting within a longer term bullish trend. That is the bullish trend will be the 200-day yellow line, the yellow curve. So evidently AMC is correcting within that longer term bullish trend, although its MACD is presently below the signal line. Yes, we can see that it is definitely, this blue line is below the signal line. The signal line is the yellow one. It's presently below the signal line. Shares remain 19.6% above an upward sloping 200-day moving average. So something interesting is going on. It's no longer that far off from its 200-day trend line. It's actually trading below all of its trend lines, all of its long-term and short-term trend lines. So definitely okay, it's trading. It actually, the 200-day trend line and the 50-day trend line have pretty much converged. That's also interesting. Definitely because of what has been going on, the swings that occurred of late. So you can see the 50-day trend line is at a price of $4.51. The 200-day trend line is at the price of $4.52. So is even the 200-day trend line is actually slightly more expensive, much more valuable. So okay, the stock is just 19% above probably those two trend lines. What it just simply points out is that it's getting cheaper and getting more affordable, and market participants might see that as an opportunity to jump in. But who knows what's going to play out? You know, the technicals. Rather the fundamentals, which is as it concerns the opening of theaters and all that stuff, you know, and that brings to attention, or brings to memory, where the piece we saw, I think in the UK, they were saying that on the spot testing could be used to reopen theaters. So if that is the case, then that is positive. If they can establish, or if they have testing that can determine or produce results within a few minutes, and yeah, why not? If they have to allow theaters to use that as a means to open and get people tested. If you test positive, you wear a mask going, and that's good. That's a positive for AMC and a lot of entertainment outfits, and if that is going to be implemented in the US, we'll definitely see AMC definitely running up the charts, and technically it's now getting cheaper and cheaper and cheaper. So it says here, so there's some piece of news. It says AMC Entertainment subsidiary enters into new loan agreement totaling $554 million. So, and there's one above there. So National Cinema launches new upgraded cinema advertising management system with advertising accord from UniqueX. Okay, so all of there are a lot of positives just waiting in the sidelines. Things could really change, without any notice. So let's have a look at American Battery Metals. If you just joined us, subscribe, like, and share. If you just joined us, thank you very much. Okay, American Battery Metals is down 4.13%, but also even with that, it is trading above all of its trend line. That is based on this 1 minute chart. Okay, so we're going to now have a look at this is a daily chart, so it's not as dynamic as the 1 minute chart. And we have a position in American Battery Metals. It says it appears to be correcting within a longer term bullish trend, although the MACD is presently below the signal line. Yes, we can see that. That's the blue one below the signal line. The shares still remain 548.2% above an upward sloping 200-day moving average. The momentum for ABML is strongly bullish. The 14-period slow stochastic oscillator is rising as investors pay higher prices for shares. Okay, that's the 14-period slow stochastic oscillator. It is rising. Okay, and do we have any piece of news? Yes, there's a Form 10 disclosure. That is a quarterly report. Let's have a look. And I believe that was from yesterday, the 10th of February, and I believe it closed up. Maybe there were some positives people took from this report. Okay, so current assets stands at 400 and current assets of which cash stands at 403,654, paid expenses 207,454. That is for December 31st, 2020. Okay, total current assets is 611,108. Investments in joint ventures 35,250. Total assets is $1.6 million. Liabilities total liability stands at $7.84 million. So total liabilities is 8.15 million. So total liabilities and stockholder deficit is 1.6 million. Okay, this is the consolidated statements of operation unaudited. So let's see whether we can find the cash flow statement. Okay, that's the cash flow statement. Net loss of $38.855 million. Net cash used in operating activities is a negative 2.7 million. Change in cash is 426,000. Okay, net cash provided by finances. Financing is $3.196 million. This is for American Battery Metals. Proceeds from issuance of convertible notes payable, $1.35 million. Repayment of convertible note payable is 1.7. Proceeds from private placement is $3.6 million. So net cash used in operations is 2.7 million. Okay, so cash as at the end of that period is 403,654. So okay, it's an improvement from the last year. So cash at the beginning of that period was 829,000. All right, so okay, so it's they actually had less cash at the beginning of that period. Okay, but yeah. So, but for this end of the period, the previous year, they had a significant improvement. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So that's it. You've seen what the cash flow is saying. Well, they have relatively. It's not a big company; it's a small company. You know, they have some cash. You know. And what has occurred of late, I believe, may have been reflected in this statement. I believe, you know, but not very much has really happened since the 31st of December 2021 and up till now. The stock hasn't really run up. It has been running up some value, but running up some gains, but. I don't know if they have been able to raise more financing as well, but so we'll just go on and have a look at HYSR, Sun Hydrogen. If you just joined us, subscribe, like, and share. Sun Hydrogen is up 2.67%. Okay, we have a comment here from somebody who's watching or who watched one of the videos, definitely not this live session. So we have Sun Hydrogen is up 2.63%, but currently trading in between its trend lines, or rather below. It's slightly below all of its trend lines right now. So that's a 1 minute chart. Let's have a look at a more static daily chart, where we can see whether we can get some flesh, some commentaries, some opinions, some breakdowns. So we have a position in Sun Hydrogen as well. It's up 2.63%. Market cap of $504.4 million. I think there's some news out there today. Okay, yes, there's some news out here. So one of the viewers was pointing us to this news. It says Sun Hydrogen partners with SMED Group of Germany to scale its Gen 2 nanoparticle technology to produce renewable hydrogen. Okay, so and they equally, just like American Battery Metals, it equally had a Form 10 disclosure yesterday. So let's quickly move on straight to the cash flow statement. So we have a net income of which is a loss of for that period $127.325 million. Okay. So what's that? Loss or change in the derivative liability, $123.518 million. Accrued interest on convertible notes is $90,088. Net cash used in operating activities is $2.867 million. Purchase of tangibles is $53,961. Proceeds from the sale of common stock warrants, $9 million. Net proceeds from purchase agreements is $11 million. Net cash provided by financing activities is $20.092 million. Net increase or decrease in cash, $17.17 million. And then cash beginning of the year is $195,010. Cash end of the year is $17.365 million. Okay, so fair value of common stock upon conversion of convertible notes is $758,315. So issuance of common stock purchase warrants deemed dividends is $15.92 million. So I think at the end of the year they had $17.365 million. So there is some cash, and it's a serious improvement from what happened previously. So, and this is thanks to all of you, the market participants, your interest in the stock, and indeed their great effort to come up with the innovation they have been pursuing. So it's a combination of all of those things. Their innovation in their Gen 1 and Gen 2 technology, and the interest of you, the market participants. That is why they have been able to sustain, or been able to achieve this $17.365 million in cash as at the end of the year 2020, and which is even better than what American Battery Metals was able to achieve. And American Battery Metals, even though it's in batteries, it's in lithium, but Sun Hydrogen obviously is in hydrogen, and but at the same time less valuable. But I'm not trying to compare the two of them, because one is pursuing batteries with solid elements, whereas Sun Hydrogen is doing some other thing with hydrogen, extracting hydrogen. So they are two different things, they're pursuing the renewable energy drive differently. So sorry if I try to compare them. So if you just joined us, subscribe, like, and share. We'll just quickly move on to PETZ. Okay, that's a Tdh Holding Zinc. It's up 87.22%, but currently trading slightly in between its trend lines. So currently trading at $6.03. Okay, so that's what you're looking at right now is a 1 minute chart, is the most dynamic of all type charts. So we'll go and look at a more static one, which is a daily chart, and see what's there. If there's any news or stuff like that. Tdh Holding Zinc. You can see here the price reached a new 52-week high of $14.52. That was today. Okay, so alright, so it has actually seriously pulled back from this high of $14.52. So it's while we are looking at a gain of 90.42%, we are talking about something even higher than that at some point today. So, and that $14.52 exceeds the previous high of previous high of $3.76 by $10.76, and it is 2,692.31% above the 52-week low of 52 cents. So let's see where it rose from. Okay, it rose from this price of $3.13, I believe. Yes, it does. That is where it rose from. Yes, and today again there's also a volume spike. Trading volume exceeded the 10-day average of $2.249 million by 742.29%. Has a market cap of $143.5 million. It appears to be in a strong bullish trend. 200-day movement average is upward sloping. The MACD histogram is above zero and rising. It is outperforming the S&P 500 index. There isn't any news for Tdh Holding Zinc. Yeah, if you just join us, subscribe, like, and share. Okay, momentum for Tdh or PETZ as measured by 14-period slow stochastic oscillator is waning. Let's see. Okay, yes, it's tipping over here. This means that investors are less aggressive in their recent purchases and may even be taking profits in positions but at lower prices. The last 10 days have seen significant volume in PETZ, with average daily volume above the average for the last year. Today's volume, that is the 17th of February 2021, is no exception, with 2.722 million shares having been traded already. The unbalanced volume indicator is bullish. Okay, let's have a look. Unbalanced volume indicator is bullish. That's it here, no doubt about that. And the slope must be positive and suggests that buyers are presently more active than sellers. Yes. So it's what is this? What is it saying now? It is currently up 84.03%. Okay, so let's have a look at CLPS. CLPS is up 182%, but currently trading below all of its trend lines. Let's go back and have a look at this. Yeah, it's there's a trigger here. So price reached a new 52-week high of $19.78. This exceeds the previous high of $6.05 by $13.73, and it is 1,120.99% above the 52-week low of $1.62. Okay. There's also a volume spike as well. Trading exceeded the 10-day average of 12.118 million shares by 2,839.43%. That's a micro cap of $78.99 million. 16.093 million shares are outstanding. So it's definitely one of the stocks in the move, going by that triple-digit price increase. It says CLPS signs a vendor agreement with US digital payment platform, and shares jump. CLPS appears to be in a strong bullish trend. Its 200-day moving average is upward sloping, and the MACD histogram is above zero and rising. It is outperforming the S&P 500. Okay, the appears to be strongly in a strongly bullish trend, no doubt about that. Its 200-day moving average is upward sloping, and the MACD histogram is above zero. Let's have a look. MACD histogram, that's this. It's above zero, no doubt about that. Momentum for CLPS is strongly bullish. The 14-period slow stochastic oscillator is above 80, the level which many analysts call overbought. This means that investors have been actively purchasing shares and driving the price higher. Let's have a look. So, yes, it's above 80. Yeah. So what's it saying? Yes, it's at 82%. That's right. So it's above 80, and definitely in the overbought territory. And suggests that buyers are presently more active than sellers. Today's volume, yes, is on track to be heavier than usual, with already, I believe, okay, it's saying here 111.591 million shares having traded so far. The unbalanced volume indicators bullish. The slope of the indicator is positive, and suggests that buyers are presently more active than sellers. So okay, that's the slope, that's the unbalanced volume indicator. Yes, no doubt about that. The slope is definitely positive. Okay, so it's up roughly 190% CLPS. So we'll quickly look at LODES. Rather, that's Comstock Mining Inc. is up 163%. Currently trading, for this 1 minute time chart, it's trading above all of its trend lines apart from the probably 200-day trend line, I suppose. So let's see what's going on here. Comstock Mining Inc. is up 162.4 million shares have traded. So a new 52-week high was triggered today as well. Price reached the 52-week high of $9.85. This exceeds the previous of $4.17 by $5.68, and it is 2,884.85% above a 52-week low of $0.33, and its earnings outcomes are expected tomorrow, the 18th of February. Market cap of $181.8 million, 80.790 million shares are outstanding. There's a piece of news here. There's a common Comstock Mining secures rights to majority equity stake in Linico Corporation, a lithium-ion battery recycling company. Okay, so we are talking about lithium here. So we're okay. Comstock Mining Inc. All right. So it's somewhat in the renewable energy space, since it's pursuing a mining concern, a lithium mining concern. Says it secures majority stake in lithium-ion battery recycling company facility plans 10,000 tons per year of 99.9% pure lithium-ion cathodes for clean energy transition. All of this piece of news are coming out today. Aqua Metals invest in Linico, a clean tech lithium-ion battery recycling innovator. Comstock and MCU reach ready launch. Comstock and MCU ready launch of mercury remediation operations. First regional remediation and extraction facility expected to begin full operation in March 2029. So this is not news. This is not news. It's from the 10th of February. So Comstock appears to be in a strong bullish trend. Its 200-day moving average is upward sloping. The market histogram is above zero. It is outperforming the S&P 500 index. Momentum for LODE is strongly bullish. The 14-period stochastic oscillator is rising as investors pay higher prices for shares. 14-period stochastic oscillator, that's this one. It is rising. It's rising at it is at 7.6%. Okay, the last 10 days have seen significant volume in Comstock, with average daily volume above the average for the last year. Today's volume is no exception, with 162.412 million shares having traded already. The unbalanced volume indicator is bullish. Okay, the slope of the indicator is positive and suggests that buyers are presently more active than sellers. Okay, that's it. It's definitely bullish, and the slope of the indicator most certainly bullish as well. Okay, so we will in the coming days, in the coming hours, we will try and also update you on this common stock. We have not come up across it before. It's just a stock on the move, so we came about it. So we'll pay more attention to it. So we'll move on to EH Holdings. It's currently up 47.84%, trading below all of its trend lines apart from the 200-day trend line, based on this 1-minute type chart. So let's have a look here. If you just joined us, subscribe, like, and share. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Thank you for joining us. Okay, which one are you asking? Which one will hit $20? Is it Comstock? Oh, CLPS. Well, who knows whether CLPS will reach $20. You want us to rewind and see what's going on with CLPS. Okay. Okay, CLPS Inc. All right. Well, never say never. It for sure. It can always reach there, and there's a good chance it has already reached roughly $18.50 already in this session alone. And let's go back and look at what's happened there. it signed an agreement. Please bear with us while we rewind and see what review what we have already talked about. Oh, easily, there's a good chance they can reach there. We have not been able to determine extensions and retracements, extension levels. Okay, let's just have a look and see now. Okay, so okay, going by this price of $4.94, $4.89, and where it's trading at right now. So if we are going to talk about advanced extension levels, so it has to be from where it is right now. So if we look at this, if we take 2 points from here, that is $4. Okay, we'll call it $4 and $5. That's just one. So we are talking about well, natural. I mean, this it's currently not regarding any of these natural placements, any of these natural numbers that Fibonacci talked about. So what is driving it is the news that came out. It says, what did I say? It says it signs vendor agreement with US digital payment platform. Yes, it says shares of CLPS incorporation climbed 125% in pre-market trading after the Hong Kong-based IT company said it signed a vendor agreement with well-known US digital payment platform. Okay, so well, yes, it can. I mean, see where it jumped from. I know now it's now in double-digit territory, but it can easily do that. So. At the same time as well, I feel also that he may have lost some steam for now as well. It's still early days, but yeah, it's if it did that, if it rose, if it gained 100 some fraction percent in one session alone, well, if the good news keeps coming, it can easily surpass $20. And there are a lot of things that are also behind that news, and also see this small float of 16 million shares. And also when market participants look at the price, the market cap, they're seeing a micro cap of $78.9 million. These days, this looks like change. So when they consider all of those things, they can, yeah, it can easily do that. So, but the question right now is actually, would it remain where it is now? Since I'm having a feeling that the question you're asking me, if it's concerning if it will reach $20, it's probably you bought the stock on the hot. Well, if you did, well, fingers crossed. There's a good chance it can. Even though I must say also that $20 is looking like more like a stretch as well, but just as it just knocked up a gain of 166%, it can always reach there. Or you can even see, what are we talking about? It actually almost did. You can see it. You can see here it says it reached a new 52-week high of 19, roughly $20. So that $20 has actually been reached. So that's a positive. So if we are really going to even be talking about advancement levels, we have to inculcate that into our analysis. So easily it can advance, it can extend to that all-time high. So it sounds more like a guess, but at the same time, like I would say, market participants, they are looking at all of these things. They are looking at the fact that it has reached that roughly $20, which is we'll just call it roughly $19.78. Yeah, but it's when they do the analysis, they can see that yes, this high has been set. What it means that if it pulls back and corrects, the next step which we'll do is to gradually progress and move on to there. So given all of this good news, this agreement, this contract it's signing, or what did they call it? It's, what did he say? It reached an agreement with this digital payment platform. So this company has probably moved on to greater heights, and it's going to remain there. So yes, I can confidently say yes, it can reach $20 and surpass it. So I can confidently say that, yes. Yeah. Okay. Yes, we were actually talking about LODE. LODE, the Comcast, the yes, we saw that. We've seen that. We've seen the agreement. Yes, and LODE. We are talking about LODE. LODE. Yes. Let's go back and look at LODE again. LODE it's a stock. We have been talking about a lot of lithium stocks, and we never knew about LODE. We just only came to our attention because it was running up the charts. It was one of the stocks in the move. Comstock Mining Inc. Yes, it's, we've been talking about American lithium, American battery metals, American lithium Americas, and we never came about this. Look at that. So easily. So what do you want to know about LODE? What do you want to know about LODE? What do you think about LODE? What do you expect us to say? Whether it will okay. So it reached a 52-week high of $9.85, which is lower than where it is now. Let's have a look. 117. It's 176%. So yeah, well, it has actually cooled off. It has cooled off from. This is not LODE. This is LODE. Yes, it has cooled off from this all-time 52-week high of $9.85. So if your question as it concerns LODE is if it will reach $10, yes, it has nearly reached $10, and just like in the case of CLPS, market participants, it's on record now that that's the point it has reached. So it can always extend, further and go on. But of course, the question now is what happens with this triple-digit gain it has secured. So what's the news? There's some news here. It says secures rights to a mining equity stake in Linico Corporation, a lithium-ion battery recycling company. Aqua Metals invest in Linico, a clean tech, lithium-ion battery recycling innovator. So, but at the same time as well, I'm also a bit cautious as well. Okay. So this one says Comstock secures majority interest in lithium battery recycling company. Facility plants 10,000 tons per year of 99.9% pure lithium ion cathode for clean energy transition. So, well, it's Comstock. It secures majority stake there. Well, how would that affect its finances? I can't say exactly, but one thing there is that it's we don't exactly have the absolute details concerning Comstock, whether it's mining and lithium and stuff like that. But I guess it's they're trying to align themselves very well with the green drive, and since it's mining, then it has to pivot towards lithium and their like. So well, if they are going to get involved, if lithium is part of what they do, that's positive. But we don't exactly know. We don't know yet. We just came about it now, and we are going to do a bit more research in the coming hours and see what it does exactly. So, but I think well, regardless of what we think, or whether it's it's mining lithium or mining, getting involved in lithium recycling and all that stuff. The fundamental thing, which is more fundamental, is that market participants are putting money in the stock. So if they continue to put their money in the stock, yes, it will continue to excel and do well. So as we can eventually see now, it's yes, they are positive. They believe that that investment, that stake they have taken, is good. And if they're taking stakes, then that means they have money. And by taking stakes, it can also imply that gradually they will assume full ownership, and then we will be fully vested in lithium mining and stuff. So it's a positive. It's forward looking. So yeah, but for now there might be skeptics. There may be skeptics who may say it's only taking stakes and all that stuff. But I can't go further to say more because I don't exactly know if they themselves also mine lithium already. We don't have any stake in or rather, okay, you want to know if it should be a long. For now, it has run up a huge amount of gains, so people might be people may want to take shots on it. So that's something that might happen. So let's see if we can find out anything on it concerning its short interest. Okay, so it increased by 13%. Currently stands at 135,400, which is not even up to 10%, not even up to 1% of its short. But well, given that it has run up this triple digits gains, we're talking about let's have a look here. Yes, 171%. Yeah, it might be right for shorting. That if it's some market participants might decide to go short on it just for the time being. And let's have a look and see what the float is. Okay, the float is 80.79 million. It's okay in relative to some other stocks, some other floats. It is quite small. 80.79, even though we have seen floats as small as 6 million, but yeah, relatively as well, it's a little factor in this. So yeah, in the short term, what I would suggest, just observe and watch, and you might pull back and and also present a buying opportunity, and and we'll go from there. So if you just joined us, subscribe, like, and share. Okay, we were looking at EHang. EHang Holdings, rather. So EHang Holdings is up 51.27% at roughly $70. Currently trading above all of its trend lines based on this 1 minute type chart. So this more static daily chart is saying that today as well it had a spike, volume spike of 7.63 million shares, and the price crossed above a 50-day moving average. today. Yes, it says the price rose through the 50-day moving average of $47.20 on above volume, of an above average volume. Reuters investment report now. Okay, 2.5 billion dollars in market cap. So it appears to be correcting within a longer term bullish trend, although its MACD is presently below the signal line. Shares remain 255.85% above an upward sloping 200-day moving average. So it's definitely a volatile stock. Definitely, volatile. Because when you're getting such spreads between the price and the 200-day moving average, you definitely know that it's a volatile stock, or a stock that has gotten a lot of interest, or anything you want to call it. Yeah, so definitely, easily, that is what EHang is. Its momentum is strongly bearish. The 14-period slow stochastic oscillator is falling as investors sell shares and drive the price lower, but that may not have inculcated what is going on right now. So it says, all right, okay. It says here, EHang details why short seller is wrong. Okay. Founder Hu explains EHang's mission, technological advancement, as well as his thoughts on the report by short seller Wolfpack Research dated February 16th. We believe that efficient urban air transportation should not require every customer to acquire a pilot license. It is neither practical nor safe. Autonomous vehicles are safer and more efficient for urban transportation if we have an intelligent command and control center to manage all vehicles. Therefore, EHang did not set out to make a lighter version of helicopters. In fact, our first passenger grade model unveiled in January 2016, the EHang 184, was fully autonomous. We firmly believe that autonomous vehicles are the key to bringing air mobility to the mass population. That's the short seller report is absolutely wrong to allege that we use any motors or propellers made by T Motor in our EH216. That expert must have checked our EH216 in person. Starting from our first generation passenger grade model, the EH184, we have used motors that are proprietarily designed and manufactured by our designated supplier. In as early as 2015, we had established a variety of dynamic testing systems to conduct a large number of tests on our proprietarily designed motors. Regarding the motor product made by T-Motor we allegedly used, we believe T-Motor only started to sell that product after we had conducted a large number of trials of EH216. The T-Motor motors are significantly different from our motor products in both technical performance and physical appearance. The short seller falsely accused that Kui Konjiang, a customer of EHang, is also a shareholder of EHang and signed sham sales contracts to benefit its investment. The truth is that Konjiang has never been a shareholder of EHang prior to our IPO, and to the best of our knowledge, after IPO either. The pricing and other terms offered by EHang to Kunjiang are not substantially different from those offered to other major customers in China, and all contracts with Kunjiang are based on an arm's length transaction. So yes, PETZ. Okay, we covered PETZ, and we just covered EHang versus EBANG. Okay, we also covered we covered PETZ. Okay, you want us to look at PETZ again? Okay, we'll go back and look at PETZ, PETZ, Tdh Holdings. It's up. TDH is up 94, roughly 95%. Yes, it reached a 52-week high of $14.52, which is actually more than 100% of where it is right now. So this 94% you're looking at is actually half of, even more than less than half of what it actually reached today, earlier on today. So it reached $14.52 today. So it exceeded its the 52-week high of the previous high of $3.76 and the previous 52-week high of 52 cents. So what's the news concerning PETZ? There isn't any news we know of, but there must be some news somewhere. And it appears to be in a strong bullish trend. Its 200-day moving average is upward sloping, and the MACD histogram is above zero and rising. Yeah, that's the histogram here. It's above zero and rising. Okay. So momentum for PETZ is as measured by 14-period slope stochastic oscillator is waning. So this is what it's indicating right now. It's waning. So it's currently at 76.0%. So at some point it was above 80. So I guess that is why it is indicating that it is waning. So which other one? EBON. Is EBON, EH, and EBON related? Quite frankly, I don't know if it's if they're related. Is there an e-bank as well? Okay, yes, there is. There's an EBON Holdings. So EBANG is international holding is up 25.38%. Based on this 1 minute chart, it's the price has converged, or rather getting support from the 10-day trend line. So it's any expectations on the earnings expected on the 19th of this month. Market cap of $1.1 billion. There's some news here. Okay, there's some disclosure today. EBANK announces closing of public offering. Okay, it launches Bitcoin mining business, passes resolution to launch Bitcoin mining business. So that must be what is behind the move. Yeah. So momentum for EBON is strongly bullish. The 14-period slow stochastic oscillator is above 80. Let's have a look. Yes, it's all above 80. It's in above a level which many analysts call overbought. This means that investors have been actively purchasing shares and driving the price higher. So the last 10 days I've seen significant volume in EBON, with average daily volume above the average for the last year. Today's volume is an exception, with 77.15 million shares having already traded. The unbalanced volume indicator is bullish. The slope of the indicator is positive and suggests that buyers are presently more active than sellers. So you can see it is definitely bullish and the slope is positive, and suggests that buyers are definitely more active than sellers. And given all that it's announcing now, getting involved with Bitcoin mining, it says here as well, announces closing of its follow-on public offering. All right, so raising funds, doing stuff, so yeah. So yes, thank you all very much for join us. So we quickly have a look at LLKKF Lake Resources. It's also another lithium miner. It's down 3.33%. Okay, let's see SCKF Socket Mobile. Socket Mobile ran up a huge gain, and yesterday the 16th. Okay, down 38.53%. We asked in a video we published today whether it will remain up there. Apparently, yeah, maybe not. So just like CLPS, it achieved moved up, or achieved made a significant stride. So market participants jumped in, and I think in the case of Socket Mobile has there's a reason behind, amongst other things. Let's have a look. Volume spiked again, but I think amongst other things, volumes, yeah, exactly. You can see that it has a small float, so it affects is a factor that can lead to spikes. Yeah. So with it's coming up with an SDK for iPhone 12. It's a very huge news. So you would expect the sort of thing that it recorded yesterday. Some even said it was up to 980% in one session. So if you are a developer and you develop SDKs or stuff like that for iPhone or Apple, there's gonna be a huge attention in your direction. So yeah, that was what happened yesterday. But the stock has moved up. Maybe it may not correct as much. Who knows? But the question we ask is, would it stay up there? So we can see what's going on here. It says a 52-week high. What did it reach? It reached a 52-week high of $24.79. So, and then what it traded at on the 15th, on the 12th, was at $3.13. So was it last time it traded? No, there was something else. That's next one will be, there was no 15th, so 16th was, yes. So the 12th was the last session. Let's get that. Yeah, 12th. It traded at $3.24. So will it ultimately pull back to that sort of level? Well, I hope not. I hope not, because it has moved away from that. It's now on the level of definitely operating with Apple as a partner, and supporting the latest of its phones. So as it concerns and scanning and all that stuff. So yeah, maybe it will pull back a bit more, but would it pull back to this $3.22 level where it traded last before that announcement came? It wouldn't be fair if it pulls back to that level. But if it does, it will be a huge buying opportunity, and there'll be a huge scramble, and I believe it will extend further again and try to reach that all-time high of $24.79. Oh, okay, yeah. Okay, thank you very much for joining us. If you still on, so we will take a quick break and probably return in a few minutes Okay, thank you very much. Subscribe, like, and share. Thank you.